Good morning, everyone. How is everyone today? My name's Sophie Jaffe. Welcome to my home, and I'm so happy you're here. Hope you're having a great morning so far. As I said, my name's Sophie, and I have a superfood company called Philosophy, and I have 3 kids, Kai, Leo, and Noah, 2 older brothers, 8 and 10, and then Noah is 2.5, and our baby girl, and we're so honored to be here and welcome you into my little world today and start out our day with a little bit of landing into ourselves spiritually, emotionally, our physical body. So we're going to do all of that. And we're going to start out here with your journal and just connecting. So grab your yoga mat if you don't already have it. Come sit on your yoga mat in a comfortable, easy position. And if you want to grab some water, a candle, whatever feels right to you in this moment. So we're going to start out by just grounding a little bit. And as I said, I'm going to try and hit all bodies, the intuitive body, spiritual, physical, emotional. We're going to try and get all of that in this one practice this morning and send you on your way with some juiciness and self-love. I'm going to start by, if you have a candle, you can light the candle, or Palo Santo or some sage. I like to do this first thing in the morning. Maybe it's even just a piece of incense, just to get the scent and the aroma and that connection. And take a deep breath in with me, inhaling. And a long exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose, filling up the chest, the heart, the belly. And releasing out of your mouth. Inhaling through the nose, filling up your whole body. And releasing something out of your mouth. Sit up nice and straight, roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And keep your eyes closed for just a moment. Bring your hand to your heart and to your belly. One hand to your heart, one to your belly. There is a great battle raging, for my mouth not to harden and my jaws not to become like heavy doors of an iron safe, so my life may not be called pre-death. An Israeli poet, Yehuda Amachi, wrote that. How do we not harden, right? How do we not harden and be present to our lives and keep our jaws soft is this practice. Today is March 17th. Happy St. Patty's Day. And we're gonna be later making a green smoothie from my superfood line. But grab your journal for now. And if you don't have a journal, you don't feel like journaling, you can just lay on your mat and bring one hand to your heart and one to your belly and just really feel into your body in this space, in this moment. So if you do have a journal, I'd love for you, now we are a couple days, we're in Pisces season. This is a watery, fun, flowing, fluid, easier time, luckily. And we just had a new moon. So just a couple days ago, we were in the new moon, and the new moon magic or the full moon magic usually lasts a couple days before and a couple days after the actual new moon. So we're still in that fruition, that magic, that planting of the seeds of the new moon. So the first question that I'm going to prompt you, and I'm going to answer as well, is what am I manifesting more of in my life? So Pisces is very dreamy, mystical, magical. What are you manifesting right now? What do you want more of? What are you creating? So just come to your journal and just jot down some things without thinking too much about it. What am I manifesting more of in my life? And just write for 30 seconds to a minute. What am I manifesting more of in my life? And then for the next question, life is a series of vivid dreams just linked together, right? It's just we're in a dream. We're constantly in a dream state, and we get to pick our own destiny and choose our own path based on these dream sequences. So what are you dreaming of right now? What are you dreaming of next? What are you calling in this vivid dream sequence that is your life? What are you choosing? What are you dreaming of? Put that down now. What vivid, magical dreams come next for you? What are you dreaming of? And when you're finished, you can just bring your hand to heart and hand to belly. Breathing into that dreamy space, to that fluid, watery space where magic and dreams come true. And now just moving into child's pose on your mat. We're going to switch gears and start to move our bodies a little. Okay, welcome back. You are in child's pose. Your hands are stretched out in front of you, fingertips spread. Bring your forehead to the mat, bring your belly to the mat, really release your belly. Stretch your arms long. And you're sitting into your hips. Your knees are apart and wide. Really breathing into your belly. Continue breathing naturally, lengthening your exhale. Start to think of an intention for your day. What are you calling in? And slowly coming up to all fours. And as you move and flow today, really thinking about what you're calling in, that dreamy state, that dreamy, magical world that you're creating. One manifestation, one choice at a time. Take your left hand in front of you in a handshake position and take your right leg behind you. Just notice where you are. So without judgment, just noticing. Oh, I notice a little tension in my shoulders. I'll breathe into it and release and relax. Or I feel a little tight or off balance. Without judgment, just noticing. And bring everything down. Right hand, handshake position, left leg behind you. Deep breath in. Let it go. And noticing what you notice on this side. Are you a little achy? A little off, a little tight? Do you feel flexible and fluid? And bring everything down and then come into some cats and cows. So look at your belly button and then reverse it, really coming into the shoulders, the belly, looking up to the sky. Reverse, look at your belly button and like someone just punched you in the stomach. Good, and reverse. Doing these cat and cows on your own with your breath. Let it feel good. And as always, when you're practicing with me, it's all about intuitive movement. So you move intuitively in the ways that you want. Maybe it starts to move into more of a hip circle here. Maybe you stay in the cat and the cow. I like coming into my hips, big wide circles. Switch the direction if you're going in circles. Letting it just feel pleasurable. Giving yourself permission to just move with grace, with love. Good, and then just coming up and forward onto your belly. Inhale, coming into baby cobra, lifting up, drop your shoulders away from your ears, looking forward, coming down, forehead to the mat. Inhale, baby cobra, same thing, just pressing up gently, softly, coming all the way down. One more time, inhale, baby cobra, pressing into the hands, shoulders relax. Good, and pressing up and back into downward facing dog. So coming into your first downward dog, pedal out the legs, bend one knee, bend the other knee. And making this your own, so really letting this feel good. Stretch your fingers out long, stretch your toes. Try and melt your heels towards the earth, stretch your fingers wide. And instead of going into autopilot and going into what you always do in this pose, try something different. Be really present to your body. Maybe walk your feet out to the width of your mat and give your lower back some space. And then walk your hands back a few inches towards your feet and stretch long and back. Deep breath in, let it go. Shake your head left and right, no tension in your neck. Shake your head up and down. Yes, yes, I will be here. I will be present. Shake your head, no, no tension. And then drift forward into plank. Find your upward push-up. You can always drop the knees here. Trying to just build up a little bit of heat. Holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower all the way down, bending your elbows. Chaturanga all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra, a little bit higher this time. Come all the way down, press yourself up and back, downward dog. And let it feel good. Come into your body. Let it be sensual. Let it be graceful. Let it be loving. Bring your intention into your body. If you want to be present right here and now. If you want to bring more love or more presence into your life, this is what you do, is right here, you birth it into life. Right here on the mat, right here in your body. Drifting forward into plank, holding plank. And the more that we practice, the more our body and our muscle memory and our neurotransmitters learn what it is that we want for the next moment, right? We're setting the tone for the next moments of our life. So learning how to be more present happens right now. Bend your elbows, lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, cobra. And press yourself up and back. You can always take an extra push-up here if you want to get strong and if you're in that place of calling in more of that yang energy. Deep inhale through your nose. Lift your heels up, up, up. Bend your knees. And straighten the legs. Melt the heels towards the ground. Shake your head no. Yes. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Back to meet your feet towards the back of your mat. And just sway left and right. Bend your knees a little bit or a lot. Good. Bring your hands to your low back and clasp them. And come into a shoulder stretch here. So your hands are clasped. Start to melt the hands down, 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 the arms down. Your knees can be bent a lot or a little. And then sway a little bit if that feels good. Shake your head no and yes. No tension in the neck. And then drop the hands down. Grab your hip creases with your hands and come all the way up. Inhale, arms up to the sky, stretching up. Take a little back bend if it feels good. And then hands come to prayer. Close your eyes. Deep breath in. Let it go. Deep breath in. Release it out of the mouth. Inhale, arms up. What is your intention? Call it in. Gather up all that good energy and then bring it through the heart center all the way down, forward fold. Halfway, when you get there, your hands can come to the floor, fingertips to the ground, or to your shins for the halfway lift. And then walk your hands intentionally forward. Good, holding plank. Walk the hands back towards your feet. Good, inhale all the way up. All the way down, swan dive down. Walk the hands forward. Good, walk the hands 1 inch further. 1 inch further. As long as you have no tension in your low back, just challenge yourself. Lift the left fingertips onto the ground, and if you can come up 1 inch, lift the hand up, drop it down. Right fingertips. Help your hips to stay square. Lift your right arm up, up, up. Good, and then walk your body back to the back of your mat. Grab your hip creases. Come all the way up, flat back up. Inhale, arms up. Hands come to prayer, come all the way through. Stay with me, stay focused. Don't make assumptions. Don't predict what you think is gonna come next, right? That's when you get out of the present. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, all the way flat back. Good. Bend your knees and hug your legs behind your calves. Good, and rock side to side. Giving yourself a hug. And hands come to the ground halfway up. Walk your hands forward. Coming into plank. Hold plank. Lift your right toes up off the earth. Good, drop the left toes, right toes, left toes up. Suck your core in. Relax your shoulders. Joints are stacked. Drop the foot. Bend your elbows. Come all the way down. And now flip your toes so the backs of your feet are on the ground. And you come into up dog. Inhale up. So the only thing on the mat right now are the tops of the feet and your hands. You're like a hammock with your body. Good, and press yourself up and back. Downward dog. Deep breath in. Let something go. Right leg lifts up behind you. Bend the knee, open up the hip a lot. Big, wide circles with your knee. Opposite direction. Good, and knee to nose. So bring your knee to your nose, kiss your knee, mwah, and set it in between your hands. Back knee is down on the ground. Inhale, arms up. Hands come to prayer, and you're gonna twist towards the right. So hook your left knee, hook your left elbow on your right knee, and your hands are clasped in prayer, and you're gonna press into that clasp. Press into the prayer. So you're pressing into the knee and looking up and out. There's no tension in your neck. You can always look down here if it feels tight. And back to center, hands come down. Step back into plank. Bend your elbows nice and strong. Chaturanga or up into up dog or cobra. Press yourself up and back. You can always take another push up. And you're in down dog. Deep breath in. Let something go. Let the tension, the anxiety, the to-do list, the worries, the fears, let it all go for just the rest of this practice. Left leg lifts up behind you, bend the knee, big wide circles with the left leg. Make sure you switch the direction and then bring it back to neutral, knee to nose. Bring it all the way through, press your hands against the mat. Lift up even higher with the knee in the back. Kiss your knee and drop it through in between your hands. Back knee is flat on the ground. Inhale, arms come up. Hands to prayer and twisting to the left. So you're gonna hook your right elbow on your left knee and twisting to the left. Deep breath in. Let it go. Back to center. Frame your foot. Step back. Take a vinyasa. Bend your elbows. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Pressing up and back, taking another push-up if that feels good. And then really feeling into this downward dog. Feel the more open nature of your body, how just a few deep breaths and stretches can really open you up. Good, walk the hands back a couple inches. Take your right hand and grab your left ankle. Try and look underneath the left armpit towards the sky. And you can bend the right leg to try and get more into that left leg, the back of the left leg. Play around with your body here. My anatomy and my physicality is different than yours, and that's beautiful, but you need to get into your own body and challenge yourself in the ways that your body needs. So listen to your body. Good, switch legs, switch hands. Left hand, right elbow, or right ankle, and then bend the left knee and look underneath the right armpit towards the sky. Where's your breath? Relax the left hand to the ground. Good, look up in between your hands, bend your knees a lot, and hop or step up to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway, exhale, release down. Inhale, up, 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 and then sitting in a chair. Sitting in a chair, pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down to your booties and come into Navasana boat pose. So legs can be straight out, they can be at tabletop. You can have your hands out too, but find your greatest expression here. And then drop your hands behind you, and we're gonna go out and in for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, bringing your whole present body, mind, spirit to this moment, every moment that we're here. Soaking it up. Good, good. Come down onto your back. Bring your knees into your back, knees into your body for a hug. Good, rock side to side. And then start to rock up and down your back along your spine. So coming up and back like a kid, rolling like a ball. And then without using your hands, or if you'd use it for a moment just to do it now, that's fine. You're gonna come back up into chair pose. So finding chair pose again, and that 10, 9 little pulses, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, don't use your hands. Come down into Navasana for just a moment, and then rolling on your back and up. Don't use your hands. Come all the way into chair pose and do that again. Come all the way down, Navasana. Come onto your back. It's just hard for me to do with the mic, but I got it. You know what I mean? Don't use your hands. Try to not use momentum. For 10 little pulses, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Navasana boat pose, balance on your booty, or come into tabletop. And then let's go out and in for 10, 9, 8, 7. Let it feel good. Bring that love, bring that intention into everything you do for 3, 2, 1. Good. All the way up. And now we're gonna do a little Kundalini. Whew, I need some water. Grab water whenever you need it. So very similar action with chair pose. We're coming into chair pose, and you're gonna take, with your hands, you're gonna take all the bullshit, all the fears, all the anxieties, all the worries, all the motherhood, all the entrepreneurship, all the stuff, all the fights, all the difficulties, the challenges. You're gonna grab it all. We're gonna really see it. You're gonna grab it, and you're gonna throw it behind you and say, ha. Inhale up, grab all the bullshit. Exhale, ha. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, exhale, ha. Inhale, ha. Tippy toes, ha. Ha. And get lost in this. Really feel it. What are you grabbing? What are you grabbing? What is all the worries, fears, anxieties? See it in your mind's eye and throw it behind you. Ha. Inhale. Ha. Make it audible. Yell if you must. Let your children hear you in the other room. Ha. Ha. Ha, ha, keep going. Ha, 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 like you mean it. Ha, what are you releasing? Ha, let it go. Ha, ha, for 3. Ha, 2, 1, good. Come to standing, hand to heart, hand to belly. Hand to heart, hand to belly. Deep breath in. What does it feel like to be alive? To be in your body, to be present? What is your intention? Bring it back. Bring it back. Good, coming into a deep squat, malasana. Deep squat. And now we're gonna come into skandasana. So keep your left leg where it is and just extend your right leg out. And you're just nice and deep. You can grab a towel or a pillow and put it underneath your heel if you're not reaching it. You can also roll up your mat and just put it underneath your left heel if you want to. And really stretching into this. And then take your hands and walk to the other side. And back to the other side. And if you are been practicing for a while, you can open up the right arm and bring it behind you. Come into a little bind, whatever feels right here. Really stretching into that right leg. And back to the right leg. Beautiful work. Just getting a nice deep stretch. Good, and walk back to the left leg, twisting into a low crescent, step back. Last vinyasa here, bend your elbows down, inhale, exhale, downward dog. Shake your head left and right. Good, drop your knees down, come into child's pose. You're in child's pose, drop your belly, drop your heart, your forehead. Stretch your fingers out long and really melting your pelvis, your hips into the mat. And right here and now in child's pose, this full humbling surrender. Just think about all that you're grateful for. And just start with one thing. Maybe your children are healthy right now. Maybe you're feeling really good in this moment. Maybe you have a stocked fridge or pantry, or you just landed something really cool at work. Maybe you had a really successful argument with your husband and now you feel closer for it. That much more alive. And finding the gratitude for it all. The darkness, the light, the shadows, the beauty, and really morphing our dreams into our reality, right? The theme of Pisces. Take as long as you need here. You can always come back to journaling, and I encourage you to take a couple extra moments. We're going to transition into a smoothie, so I'll see you over there. Thank you so much. Take your time. Okay, welcome back. We are in my kitchen now. I'm so excited to make a green smoothie. Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day, but in general, I love having a green smoothie as often as possible. It makes me feel so good. Next week, I'm actually doing a 7-day green smoothie challenge. I wanted to do one for so long with my Philosophy Green Dream Powder, but I just never got around to it. So we are creating this really fun. If you want to join in, just let me know. My Instagram is sophie.jaffe. Come connect, hang out. Send me a DM if you want to join the 7-day challenge. But yes, green smoothies are so incredible for you. This one specifically I make all the time. It's so easy. I'll show you what's in it. I have some nut milk. You can use any kind of milk you like. And then bananas, organic ideally. Our green dream powder, which is a plant-based protein powder made with hemp, spirulina, some maca, which is great for balancing hormones, great for mood. I absolutely am obsessed. It has some chia seeds in it, vanilla, and spirulina is 90% bioavailable protein. So it's a plant-based protein that's full of amazing greens, but it's really like bang for your punch, like what? Punch for your bang? What? And yeah, so you get a lot of nutrients in that one like scoop. So we're gonna start out with the nut milk as your base. I'm making a bunch because always you want more. These will store, you can make a bunch of smoothies and store them in a closed container in the fridge, a mason jar, or cover it up with something up to 3 days. So that's a nice tip. You can do frozen banana or regular. I have some options here just to show you how easy it is. When I'm at Trader Joe's, Sprouts, Whole Foods, whatever, I just fill up on organic frozen fruit because you can, if you didn't have fresh bananas, you couldn't make this smoothie, right? It also adds a really nice consistency. So these are from Sprouts. They're sliced bananas. Super simple. I like adding frozen fruit because it just makes such a great milkshakey consistency. So for this, you could use frozen or fresh. If you don't get the pre-made, yes, this is great in a pinch. I also, whenever these become super ripe, very, very brown, you want it to be, the more brown, the better, you peel them and then put them in a closed container in the freezer. So I do that constantly as well. So I'm gonna do a little bit more because I'm out of the frozen, a little bit more banana. I like it. I like natural sweetness, personally. And I like to enjoy. When I first started healthy eating, I would punish myself and eat really gross things that were good for me. And I don't personally think that you have to do that. Bananas are incredible for you, and there's no reason to be afraid of sugar. Plant-based, clean fruit sugars are incredible for you. Now, the Green Dream powder, I'm gonna do 2 heaping tablespoons. I've been taking this for so long, but for someone just starting out, 1 is perfectly normal for you. So just do like 1 heaping tablespoon for you. I'm gonna do 2. If you've been taking hemp for a while, maca, adaptogens, feel free to add 2 as well. I'm also, because in the name of St. Patrick's Day, make it super green. We have a liquid sunshine, which I add to my water all the time and drink. This I'm going to add to the smoothie as well to get some more chlorophyll. Now, the reason it's called liquid sunshine is because it's what makes the plants green is the sun. So the photosynthesis process is what makes plants green, and that's straight sunshine. So you're literally drinking sunshine when you have the chlorophyll. I'm also gonna add green bee honey, which is our superfood honey. It's organic, raw, unfiltered honey and has the green powder inside. So it's really, really great. My kids love this on toast, waffles, pancakes. They love it by the spoonful. We have a berry one that's really incredible too. So you can see how unfiltered this is. It's so yummy. But it's medicinal. It's not at all something that you want to avoid. Really high grade honey is incredible for you. It's like medicine. Nature's medicine. So don't waste it. So that's it for your smoothie or base smoothie. I also really like pineapple. I'm gonna add a teeny bit just because I like the way it tastes. This is from Trader Joe's, a frozen pineapple. If you have frozen kale or spinach, you can use that, or fresh. I have a teeny bit of organic cut spinach. I don't have any greens right now, so I'm gonna use this chunk of spinach. It's gonna make it that much more nutritious, delicious, and there's nothing wrong with frozen fruits and vegetables. They actually pick it at its most ripe and then flash freeze it. So it's the most ripe. It's exactly what you would be doing with your own bananas or spinach. So you can freeze it yourself, and then it makes for better consistency, or you can buy it already. And I do recommend organic when you can find it, but it's not a deal breaker if it's not organic. Okay, I'm gonna blend it. It is so green, you guys. So this means that it's really alkalizing for your system. So you may have heard of alkaline versus acidity. You really want your body to be as alkaline as possible. Obviously we want to balance, but closer to alkaline. And so a lot of foods and stress on our body, like meat, dairy, bad sugars, like stress, all of that is acidic on the body. Whereas vegetables, most fruits, some nuts, this type of eating greens especially is alkalining. And disease cannot exist in an alkaline body. Disease exists in acidic bodies. So we want to make sure we have these greens in our lives so that we stay nice and healthy. Oh my goodness, this is so delicious. And for anyone still stuck in the 90s, no shame, but we don't count calories anymore, FYI. And we don't judge ourselves. We think that all food is nutritious and beautiful, and we eat it with love and gratitude. So this is with no shame. I will drink the entire thing and love it, even though I probably used like 2 full bananas, a ton of like delicious cashew milk. There's lots of calories in here, but calories and nutritious, beautiful foods equal love. And I really try, just like intuitive movement, I try and eat intuitively. Long ago are the days where I beat myself up for having something bad or eating too much of something. We really need, especially as parents, to negate that from our lives and to stop that backwards thinking of, of there being food shame, of there being guilt around eating what brings you joy, or having a fun moment when you're drinking too much and eating pizza with your friends. Like, there is nothing wrong with any of that. What is wrong with it is the thoughts we think. So remembering that as you're drinking something, as you're eating ice cream, as whatever it is, it's just with love. And it actually is by being present to it and thinking like, wow, this is so good. I'm having ice cream cone with my kids. That love is what then you ingest. That is what you're ingesting. Don't worry about the food itself. Nothing is inherently good or bad. This could be a poison for one person or an absolute pleasurable, medicine for someone else. So just know that you get to choose. So that's my TED Talk for the day. Thank you all for coming. You have a special code for philosophy, and go and stock up. Let me know if you have any questions at all. And we are going to be in the brand room answering questions, so go check us out over there. And yeah, you guys are amazing. Thanks for being here. Keep in touch, and cheers.